For the most part, it's true. I think there's both. Honestly, the whole business is that way, though. I'll be really honest about it. The business has a bit of an image problem, but that's only because there are people out there who give it a bad image. It's a dirty business at times. It really is. And you guys will see that at some point probably, or you've seen it already perhaps. Conversely, there's a lot of really cool people out there. But you tend to not see them as much as you see the other ones because they stand out and get a lot more attention. With regard to the A&R world, it's a really competitive field. So what you get is you get a lot of guys who are out there being really, really uncool, for lack of a better word. There's a lot of backstabbing going on. There's a lot of guys, and girls for that matter, people in general, slinging a lot of dirt. You know, there's a lot of rumors flying around constantly about what so-and-so did at whatever club, or did you hear about so-and-so on the road doing this? You know, all I can say is if you take the time, there is an amazingly low-key undercurrent of people in the business that you probably will never see on the outside. And they're the good ones. They lay low, they go to shows, they do their job, they take care of their artists, take care of their people in the office, and try and do the right thing. A lot of people in general in this business make it about them and not about the music or the artists. And it's really prevalent. There are A&R people out there who want to be treated better than their artists, or who want to have as much attention as their artists are getting. You know, it's probably stemming from some weird childhood thing. I'm not kidding you, seriously. You know, there's a lot of pressure on that side of the business, and there's probably a lot of insecurity that goes with it. And if you had some of that growing up, and I'm guilty of it sometimes too, you know, you get this moment in the sun, and you're basking in it, and you're like, oh my God, you know, I can tell that person to do this for me. And it's a bit of a power trip sometimes. You've got to just be aware of it and try and catch yourself. You know, I've been guilty of it. I definitely have. You know, early on, there was just times where you can't believe how lucky you are if you have any success in this business. I have the greatest job in the entire world, I think. And I'm so fortunate to have had some success with it. But at the same time, I wake up every day being really thankful for it. But there are times where you look around and go, oh my God, you know, this is my world, and this is my life. And it can be really, really amazing. And I think when that happens, there's a really strong possibility that it just goes to your head and you become a real prick immediately. And there's a lot of those people out there. You know, it's 50-50. I really think that. I think there's half the business that's great, and there's half that are probably pretty good at their jobs, but they're just real pricks. American Recordings is basically Rick Rubin's label and has been from day one. And if anyone here knows Rick or knows about him, he's a really unique individual. And because we've had a higher percentage of success per records than most labels, there's like a 1 in 10 ratio that tends to be the norm for most labels. We've had a higher ratio than that, and we've managed to make a profit and have great records and have a great roster and be really happy doing it. So for me, probably it's because I work for Rick, and we have a very humane relationship. We're friends first and foremost. We talk about business probably in a different way than most label reps or label heads and presidents talk. We have a similar vision. And we don't let the business drag us down, to be honest. I mean, we try to make it fun. And it's probably going to be an anomaly because I think a lot of companies don't have that luxury. There's a different bottom line that other companies have to go and are forced to look at constantly. You know, larger corporations, which we're part of, have a bottom line to look at. Our bottom line is very simplified. It's like a mom and pop business almost. We're basically an indie label that's actually me, so I should turn this thing off, I just realized. We're an indie label, basically, that has the abilities and the resources and the roster of a major label that has sales that also come out on a major label level. It's kind of a weird anomaly, but maybe the best answer to that is that we get along, you know? And I think the other side of that is that I've managed to sign some bands that have done really well, and I've managed to take care of Rick's artists on day-to-day basis, which he doesn't really do, and keep those going as well.